What's up, people of the world? My name is Jay, and welcome to another edition of Sleight of Hand 101. Today we're going to be working on a very beginner-based trick known as Refined by Josh Brand. So grab a deck of cards, and let's begin. So we're going to be pretty cliche with the start of this trick, and I'm just going to ask you to pick a card, any card, just a typical magic trick. Okay, go ahead and memorize this card, the Four of Spades. We're going to go ahead and put that right back in the center of the deck and push that in. So, your card is lost somewhere in the center. Come here, I want to show you something. Watch this. If we just give it a flick, you'll notice that all the cards go face up, except for one card in the center, and this card just so happens to be yours. Let's see how that's done. Now, before we get into the actual tutorial for this trick, I recommend, it's not necessary, but I recommend that you learn the T.G. Murphy deck flip, which if you don't know, I'll have a link right here, and the Cardini change. And if you don't know that one, I'll have a link right there. So, learn those two things. Like I said, they're not necessary, but they can enhance the trick. And once you've learned those, come back and we'll get started. Now let's get into the actual tutorial. Now, you're gonna have a normal standard deck of cards in your hands, and it's gonna be pretty simple. All you have to do is flip the bottom card. There's a very small setup, and this is it. You just flip the bottom card over. It's pretty simple. Now you're going to tell your spectator to pick a card, any card. Now you can, if you would like, to do a fan. Now it's kind of hard to hide the fan, the last card here, but if you can do it, because a fan's really nice. I just like to go with the pick a card, any card. I like to say it's cliche because most magic tricks or simple magic tricks do start with a pick a card. So I like to say it's cliche, make them laugh a little. They'll choose a card. And it does not matter what card they choose as long as obviously they don't choose the bottom card. So let's say they choose this card. Now, for the majority of your tricks, if you're going to perform in front of obviously people and not a camera, you're gonna hand them the card, or they're gonna pick it out, and they're gonna show it to their friends, and they're gonna look at it. Now at this point, this is when you do the T.G. Murphy deck flip. Now, if you don't know how to do one of those or you don't want to learn, it's pretty simple. You can just flip the cards if you like to, because they're going to be pretty occupied. So if you're just talking to them, you're just like, yeah, look at the card, memorize it, blah, blah, blah. You just make the switch. It's very simple. I recommend the deck flip, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Anyway, so you're in this position where all the cards are face up except for the bottom one. So they're going to give you back the card. You don't need to see it. It makes it better if you don't. And you're going to stick that card as long as you don't do one of these and they see that card. You can just stick it anywhere you like in the deck. I recommend the center. It just makes sense that way. You can show them. Just make sure you don't flip or anything. But you can show them that it's in the center. You obviously can't do this, but you can show them. And you're going to push that in. Now at this point, you are going to pull off the Cardini change, which looks like that. But hidden, of course. Now, if you don't know how to do a Cardini change, like I recommend you try to learn it, you can always do the little wave of the hand and say, I've made it so that all the cards go face up, and you can do something like that. And then at that point, it's just revealing the card, being the only card face down in a face up deck. And that's pretty much Refined by Josh Brand. Like I said, I recommend you do the Cardini change because at that point, their card is lost in the center, and you can say, come here and check this out. And wham, you do the change, okay? So that's what I recommend. You can always just go abracadabra or however you want to do it. It's not really a big deal. It's a pretty simple trick, and I hope you guys use it to the best of your abilities. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you learned something. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out, and I appreciate it so much, guys. And make sure you guys check down low in the description box. You can see my Facebook fan page link. That's where you can go and you can message me. You can post on the actual page. New videos come up and I post them there if you don't get them on YouTube. Basically, all your information revolves around that fan page. So go ahead and check that out. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to Seriously Sketchy, or at least take a look at it and see what you think. It's just sketch comedies, dramatic narratives, still stuff that I'm working on, but I'm focusing more on Sleight of Hand, so that's kind of an up-and-coming channel that we're working on. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, or you'll miss videos, and that would be bad. So, see you guys later.